Hey everyone! So today we're going to dive deep into the English workshop for the story His First Flight. We're going to tackle every single question together so you can walk away feeling like you've totally mastered this.
Our goal is pretty straightforward. Go through this whole workshop, step by step, and make sure every little piece of it is crystal clear.
So, are you ready to absolutely nail every question in your textbook? Awesome. Let's get started with the first section.
First things first, let's check our understanding with questions 1 and 2. These are great for making sure we've got the basic story points locked down. It's all about building a strong foundation, right?
Okay, this first question is all about the details. Let's see. Statements A and B are both true. Yep, the seagull was totally terrified, and his parents did a great job teaching his siblings. But the really important details are in C and D, and both of those are false. Why? Well, his parents actually ignored him when he faked being asleep. And his mother didn't drop the fish into his beak, no way. She flew right past him, forcing him to dive for it. And that one little trick is what made him finally fly.
Let's keep that momentum going with question 2. The seagull was afraid to fly because, you got it, he was scared his wings wouldn't support him. And this is where the story gets so relatable, doesn't it? Young birds feel this uncertainty, this fear of the unknown. And honestly, so do we. Human beings find it tough to face huge challenges for the exact same reasons, that nagging fear of failure and a lack of self-confidence. Sound familiar?
All right, we've got this story down. Now let's switch gears and build up our vocabulary with questions 3 and 4. Understanding these words is really key to feeling the emotion in the story.
First up, we have plaintively. It basically means doing something in a really sad, mournful way. You can just imagine the seagull's little cries, can't you? Hey, why not pause for a second and try to make your own sentence with that word?
Next, beckon. This is a pretty common one. It's that gesture you make to call someone over. In the story, the seagull's family is on the other side of the cliff, beckoning to him, trying to encourage him to just take that leap.
And now for whet. This one is really cool because it has two meanings. Literally, it means to sharpen a blade, which is what the mother seagull does with your beak. But it also means to excite or stimulate a desire, like an appetite. So the sight of that fish was meant to whet the young seagull's hunger, so much that it would overpower his fear. Pretty clever, huh?
Okay, let's nail question 4. It's time to fill in those blanks. I'll read out the correct word for each sentence. For A, the word is cowardice. For B, it's shrilly. For C, we have afraid. D is plunged. For E, it's devoured. F is skimmed. And for the last one, G, the word is appeared. Go ahead and check your answers. See how you did.
All right, vocabulary is in the bag. Next up is language study. I know grammar can seem a little intimidating sometimes, but don't worry, we're going to break it down into really simple parts, starting with homophones and homographs.
So what on earth are homophones? It's simple, really. They are words that sound exactly the same, but they have totally different meanings and usually different spellings. Just think of the phone part. It's all about the sound. Here are some classic examples that will make it super clear. Blue, like the color, sounds just like blue, as in the wind blew. We have bear, the animal, and bare, which means uncovered. Or how about see, with your eyes, and sea, the ocean. Same sound, completely different words. And now for their tricky cousins, homographs. These are words that have the same spelling and the same pronunciation, but their meaning changes depending on how you use them. This time, think of the graph part, which has to do with writing. The written word is the same. Let's use the example from the exercise, the word wing. In the first sentence, the bird injured his wing, we're talking about the body part used for flying. We all get that. But in the second sentence, he lives in the sea wing of the building, it means a whole different thing, a section of a building. Same word, same sound, but the context is everything. Okay, our final grammar point is the passive voice. The most important thing to remember here is that it's all about shifting the focus. Instead of highlighting who or what is doing the action, the passive voice shines a spotlight on the thing that is receiving the action.
This slide makes the difference so easy to see. In the active voice, Sonali ate the mango. Who are we focused on? Sonali, she's the star of the sentence. But when we switch to the passive voice, the mango was eaten. Suddenly, the focus shifts entirely to the mango. The doer becomes less important, and the receiver of the action takes center stage.
You've made it through comprehension, vocabulary, and grammar.
Now it's time for the really fun part, where you get to be creative. This final section is all about applying what you've learned to your own awesome ideas and writing.
Question 5 is a great one. You get to imagine you're interviewing the amazing astronaut Sunita Williams. Now, that could feel like a huge task, right? But this slide gives you the perfect roadmap. Just follow these steps. Start with her early life, then her education, the space flight itself, her future plans, and wrap it up with a powerful message. See? Breaking it down makes it so much easier.
Next, you're going to write about a personal challenge, maybe learning a new skill. This is your chance to really connect with the seagull's story. Think about a time you were scared to try something new. Use these keywords on the slide: confidence, risk, daring, fear, and success to guide your story. It'll help you tap into the same emotions from his first flight. As you're working on these last few questions, I want you to keep this quote in your mind. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. It's such a powerful reminder that it's not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to try, just like that young seagull. And just like that, we've reached the end of our workshop guide. You've analyzed the story, you've sharpened your skills, and I hope you're feeling a little inspired. So I'll leave you with one final question. Now that you have all these tools, what new challenge will you dare to take on? Thanks so much for joining me today. I really hope this guide helps you tackle your English workshop with a whole new level of confidence. Keep learning, keep being curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.